Look at those suds. Oh wait, they're not.
Pre-suds. Listen, you were.
It was a pre-sud.
It was
situation.
the anticipation. It was a PSS.
Ooh.
All right, now gather at throng. Now that you have been doused
With suds.
in malty richness, now that you have taken the sacrament, now more than ever, it's time to invite you into our brewing cavern. I
actually really like this.
I know. Do we want?
I don't want to sell it.
I think we don't want to.
Is this how we?
I can make that decision.
You know what's funny? This is how we jack up the price.
Yeah, there we go. I simply
we
couldn't.
We can't get rid of this. It's so fucking cool.
I simply couldn't.
Don't bid on this shit.
But no, but this balls. Like, we love the fucking TV in the cavern.
Yeah.
And if you are a fan of the series that birthed this apparatus, then you know that we have no less than 10 custom sub-states of the cave. You know that there's like 10 different versions of it, and we have all of the shit.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Bronze, see, this is how I feel as well. I was loving that Certainty stream last night, dude. My Baldur's Gate game is on pause and has been for a while, and maybe forever. So I haven't gotten out to that later stuff, but I got there just in time for some kind of fucking astral plane sex scene. It was fucking action packed, dude. And I could see your fucking face, like you were clocked, tracked. I'm sure there's a term that the youth prefer, but you were exposed fully. And I don't just mean in the astral plane. I mean that you were exposed as Demi to the entire chat. 300 people know what the requirements are. Now, before I got excited and saw bronze, there we go. That's the one. Now, I'm your host, your internet friend, Jeffrey K. Horcrims, and however it came to be, you've fallen ass backwards into our cavern of brewing, and in fact, Twitch's brewing program, Acquisitions Intoxicated. I am joined, as almost always, by Acquisitions Intoxicated Brewmaster and so much more, Eric J. Benson, Azerbaijan, Edge, Notorious EJB.
That's a thing.
Now, it absolutely is. And you know, do we have grains?
Yeah, where the hell? Tom, can you go get the grains? They're on the...
They're hiding?
They're on the
table. Yeah. All right, so...
sorry about that.
Oh, it's all to the G. Now, you know, as well as I do, that we endeavor at every threshold to manifest the hero's journey.
Yeah, totally.
We all sort of know the arc, and the way that we've interpreted it is that the process begins by putting the sacred material components inside this device, our crucible. And of course, it's based on a recipe that we all made together just 2 weeks ago. And I've got incredible news because we have everything that we need to manifest this ritual in its absolute terms. We have not one, but two things to taste. We have the slightly furry pineapple cider here, and we also have this is our Fallout 3.
No, this is Helleris.
This is Element BEER basically, or 833R, something like that. Yeah. All right, so we have our Terminid Icker beer. We have our locally brewed pineapple cider, and of course we have this.
We're getting fucked up.
Yeah, it's going to be a real shit show. But I don't think Element beer was that bad. We'll take a look at it in a sec. Yeah. It was supposed to be basically the idea, the lore hook, if you will recall, was that much as in the game proper, the Terminids themselves are a source of petrochemicals, essentially. 710. Oil, for lack of a better term. And we decided that as a morale thing, on the ships, it's probably possible to repurpose and recycle the extraneous ichor that comes back on the armor plate into something for the crew to enjoy.
Yep.
So, to that end, that beer is over there. It's a classic crisp lager. It's ready to go. We'll see to what extent it tastes like bug parts.
Oh, you don't even know what this is?
No, I'm very excited to find out, though.
As the tradition stands, whenever you're gone, we make a beer about you.
Oh, this is you
or
and
for
Laura.
you. So Laura and I crafted a beer. It is a German Pilsner, but it is a blueberry Pilsner.
But I was just going to say, because this smells so bright and crisp.
Yeah, so you're looking at a mostly German,
Yeah.
you're looking at a German Pilsner malt, but with a little bit of Vienna. So if you want to pull the grains out and
Yeah.
kind of delineate between Pilsner, which is second row. Of
Yeah. Oh my! Oh, so the Pils is bright white. Basically the baseline, a little crisper than the 2-row, which is a little bit sweeter, and then the Gold Promise is sweeter on top of that. Yeah. So basically, Pilsner tastes perfect. This is like the baseline, right? If I remember right.
Ooh, so roller skate. My fiance and I met via D&D at PAX 8 years ago, and we were having a pre-wedding celebration by going to PAX West this year.
Hell yeah!
Fuck yeah. PAX West. I can't wait for PAX West.
It's en route.
There's so many awesome reasons why I'm thoroughly excited. Mostly it's train games, but
Oh well, yeah. Well, we made some friends. We should go into that a little bit today.
we made a lot of friends. And
Absolutely.
This is weird.
Yeah. And so
Ticket to Ride, right? You're going to play Wolf Ticket to Ride?
Don't. Actually, okay, Alan Moon is a friend, so I'm not gonna.
Really?
Yeah, so,
Oh, that's right. That's right. You met him at the gathering.
yeah.
So fucking cool.
Ticket to Ride is great, but there are deeper wells to dive into.
Yeah. All right, here. So the Pilsner is going to provide a really nice baseline, and then the Vienna adds a little bit of extra chew, a little bready richness. So then, what do we go? Mosaic is classy.
But this is the one, we used to go hog wild with this a long time ago, and we haven't really used it in a while.
No, it's a winner, though. And what can we expect from Mosaic? Because I know that we put it to work all the time.
Yeah, so it's tropical fruit, blueberry, piney.
Oh, and so then you're throwing real fruit in.
Yeah,
to the fermenter.
blueberry puree.
Oh no! Yeah. So it's going to have an awesome color, crisp look. All right. Let's put this bad boy over
Jack,
her.
you're in the Discord chat. You already know about the train business. You can look this shit up, and you should have already been playing a game with us. I'm just saying.
Oh my God, so good. Here, so how much Mosaic is going into this bad boy? As a Pilsner, probably not much.
The IBUs are only at 22, so
very friendly.
You're going to put a quarter, and I might even suggest a little bit more, maybe 0.3.
0.3, yeah. So we're oh my goodness, that is explosive. The aroma off of this is crazy.
Scotticus, do you mean water conditioners for the brewing water? If so, we really don't mess around with that too much on this show.
But there's a reason, too.
Yeah, we have great water here.
We have famously good... So part of the reason why this is sort of the epicenter of new brewing is because the water that comes out of the tap is delicious. And this is something brewers comment on all the time.
Yeah. But Scotticus, I am very much there with you. I love playing around with water chemistry. Especially when you're trying to replicate a style, especially like a German style.
A regional style?
Regional style. It's really fun to play with those numbers. And I do that at home when I'm brewing.
Oh, yeah. Because I remember when we had our collab with Two Beers, like their head brewer was, basically they had all the minerals right there. And he described once you get into minerals for beer, he described that as basically like the frontier.
Yeah.
Like he described it specifically as like the black magic of brewing, because it's not a taste in the classic sense. It's like a texture or an inflection that affects the rest of the beer. It's like a meta brewing.
Yeah, and what's kind of really neat, and Jack Lemmon kind of pointed out to this, wherever you're brewing from, like wherever in the world you are, at least in the States, you can have your water tested and it can literally come back with all the minerals. So you know all the minerality levels, so then you can take that, and there's a program online called waterbeard.com or something like that. And then you can say, okay, here are my minerals. I want to brew a German lager. And then it literally tells you how much like calcium and all the different things to put in.
So essentially what we're talking about is terroir.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's on the water side of it. So as a New York boy and as a master brewer, is there anything about those classics that you like from over there? Like a Youngling or something like that you think has...
Oh, Yingling?
Yingling, sorry.
Yeah.
I've never had it.
What?
I know. It's crazy.
So, okay, I'll get into a story after this, but...
I'm ready.
Actually, there's a place that was a city right next to where I grew up that supposedly has the best water in the States.
Wow.
But, again, another great... New York does have some good brewing water depending on where you're at. But, again, it all depends on what you're trying to do.
Yeah. All right. So that's synced. This is blessed. That's synced
Easy
instantly.
there, Anakin Skywalker. The younglings.
Yeah, exactly.
So when I was in college, my roommate, when he was growing up, lived right next to the Yuengling Brewery. And this was before Yuengling was out of Pennsylvania. You couldn't get it anywhere. So
It was a regional beer.
it was literally to one state.
Yeah.
So every Sunday, a car would show up, and the trunk would be filled with Yuengling. And this was this was a New York college.
From there?
Yeah.
Weird.
So we got a special delivery from the brewery. I've never had Yuengling taste so good in my entire life.
Oh, it couldn't.
And
How could it?
It was just amazing. And this was before it was nationally distributed. But I love Yuengling for many reasons. One, it's good beer. And two, it's like a weird in-between between craft and people that like Bud Light. You can give them a Yuengling and everybody feels okay about it.
Everybody's getting to the same place.
Everybody on each side of this spectrum will commingle around Yuengling and be like, yeah, it's good beer.
That's awesome. All right, well, here, listen. It came up so nice, so fast.
Did Barry Jerry come up?
No. I thought for sure when I saw it up there, now it's scanning, syncing. We love to see sync. Kitchen sink, come on. It was a fast sync. I'm looking for a big list.
Yeah, Dr. Brad, yeah, Brewfather is great.
The device?
That's the Grain Father.
Oh, sorry. Wait, what's the Brew Father?
It's the app that goes along with it.
Oh, I see.
I mean, we're really in the golden age of brewing and home brewing, so there's so much stuff.
It sure seems like it. We're not in the golden age of the discontinued Pico Brew Z.
No.
I'll tell you that for free.
Twitchy sauce. What's funny is, Coors Light is basically water, but I actually like Coors Banquet. They're yellow jackets. I still love that as a beer. And I'll drink that all the time.
Is it a different recipe?
Yeah.
Coors Banquet is like a line?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I didn't know if they were just trying to like upsell Coors.
No, that was the original, and then they became
see.
Coors Light, and Coors Light took off.
And which is the one that's made primarily with rice?
That's Budweiser.
Budweiser.
But what? Gluten-free.
Yeah.
Well, now you know why.
So is Corona.
Don't tell anybody that because it'll damage their image.
Yeah, but I don't know why Corona doesn't like fucking go all in on that shit.
They should.
Yeah.
Go fucking ham. This demon, this wicked beast, sinking, it says.
Yeah, lower
It
state. I had a
claims-
Budweiser, a six-pack of Budweiser delivered to me from one of the members of the Anheuser-Busch family.
Wow. Hand delivered.
Yeah, literally hand delivered. Yeah, I really need to get this. Both of us, Jerry and I, have to get to St. Louis to visit our friends at Greater Than Games, and we're going to do that.
Well, that's the
soon.
fantasy. The original fantasy was sometime in March.
Yeah, well.
If you do, two places you need to go to.
Yeah, Dr. Brad, the Grainfather is excellent. Also, if you haven't looked at the Anvil systems, they're really wonderful as well.
Yeah, and the Anvil systems are like a mix between a traditional.
That's what the Grainfather is too.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see.
Is it not finding it?
Well, it's not, but I think that I know. I think that I know what the issue is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is it? Keep doing it, because I just re-exported it, so keep on trucking, friend.
I think that the grains.
Yeah?
I think it's been a while. I think it's been a while for these sweet grains. They haven't felt the touch. They haven't felt they haven't felt they haven't felt a lover's touch.
A lover's touch.
Right?
Yeah, everybody wants you to sing, and you haven't sang
no.
to me.
I keep trying to figure. I'm trying to think of a song to sing.
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
And I wonder where you are. And I wonder what you do. Are you somewhere feeling lonely? Someone loving you. Let's get in here fast.
That's great.
Let's get in here fast. Let's get in here fast. Oops, looks like something went wrong. Try again. It might have been the wrong song.
Wow.
Here.
White paper. This is Berry Jerry, the beer that Laura and I put together for Jerry while he was out.
Yes, and there's fruit.
Yes.
You said that it has an addition of fruit.
Blueberries.
So I was just going to say, now, how does one, we've discussed it before, but there may be a newcomer. So if you want, adding raw fruit from the store that you've mashed up is bad, why?
No, it's not. Well, there's bacteria in it.
Yes.
But you can either make it into a puree, or you can buy it pre-pureed.
Purple.
Purple.
And you boil it. It's basically, you almost make jam.
Yeah.
You basically boil it, get it nice and hot, you can it, bring it in, you're good to go. Put it last time.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different ways. If you go to your local brew store like Micro Homebrew, you'll find several different flavors of fruits that you can get already done for you. Or if you want to do something crazy or do it yourself, you can do the puree yourself.
Just jarred, basically?
Yeah.
It's like jam or something?
Yeah.
When the carrot cake beer, I literally went to the grocery store and bought a bottle of carrot juice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Torchy sauce. Soaking things in vodka also works.
Yeah. Here, now, Eric, would it be possible to restart that computer? Let's just start it. I know that it sucks.
God.
I'm just going to turn off this device.
You know.
If you restart that device, and then you let me know when that device is good.
Oh, well,
And
it's
then-
going to be an estimated 5 minutes because it needs to do a
bunch of shit. Hey, listen, we'll soft shoe. We'll soft shoe in the intermediary period. You know what? Maybe this is an incredible opportunity to try
beer.
pineapple.
Yeah.
Try some beer.
Let's just try the pineapple. I'll sit down here.
An owl.
I'll sit down here. We'll try the pineapple. Now, or you know what? We should wait till the computer's back for pineapple because we want to go to the Slightly Furry site.
I do.
And show off all their pornographic art.
But now I don't even know what the hell's on tap.
Oh, don't worry. This is the Helldivers 2.
Yeah, I still don't remember what the fuck that is.
Element
You?
R338. It's apparently a lager
Okay.
It's been aging for a while.
made with bug parts.
What?
Well,
We
in
didn't put it
the
in.
lore. In the lore.
Listen,
We have eaten bugs.
That's the reason I'm asking. I'm like, it technically could. With this show, we could have bugs in there.
We have,
Happy with that phone.
we have eaten bugs
What the fuck did we make?
on this show in the past. This is, again, this is probably just the insect parts offering a unique texture.
Ooh. Hey.
Oh, you're 7% there.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Here.
So guys,
So luckily this is a brewing show, and luckily we have done this kind of stuff. So, I know the intention was to make.
well, this is great.
classic.
It's a blind taste test.
Yes, exactly. We should do
Drink it
and then try to reverse engineer it. That'll be a real Wizard of Oz situation.
Smells like beer.
You do.
Ooh, it's nice.
Yeah. So it has
It's
that
light.
it has that lager finish, right? But ooh, We must have fucked with
Graham
it.
Baxter, good to see you.
Absolutely. We must have fucked with it a little bit. Did we add something to give it like a slight roast character?
Maybe.
I think that is what happened. Because my worry, it's like the smell, because we've had a run of demonic
Oh, yeah.
results in the fermenters.
Yep.
This is a real comfort. This, I think that this, like Faramir, this is a chance for the fermenters to prove their worth, right?
And then die.
Mm.
So Faramir comes through.
Graham Baxter, I really need to thank you. I've gotten so much story, so much use out of that fruitcake you sent.
Oh yeah, we've told the story many times.
Many times, and like to people in the States that are like, fruitcake's a joke. It's made with Twizzlers and candy inside, and it makes no sense.
Yeah,
I'm
and
like,
it's rude.
Listen, my friend Graham Baxter sent me a real fruitcake,
We know.
and it was goddamn delicious. And I wanted to point that out because it was really delicious.
I'm worried about this.
Why?
I'm worried about the ABV
Oh, I'll bet it's real high.
because the whole lore for the beer is contained inside the ironic Helldivers candy shell, right? It tastes so good that I'm worried that it's actually mega poison.
I mean, if this is to keep the crew nice and happy.
Yeah, I'm saying lore-wise, we were
Did
probably
we
getting
put-
into something.
I can't remember if we put any melanoidin in this.
Oh, that might have been it. Because
You might want to try. I don't know if you tried it
Yes.
last time, but this is what this does. Is it simulates decoction mashing?
Exactly. This
Which is where you pull some of the mash out, you caramelize it, and put it back
boil,
in. Yep.
basically reduce water content, bring it back. We occasionally do call this exhibit malt.
Hey, we're
Yeah.
still on 7%. So
I saw the logo, I was like very excited. We occasionally call it exhibit malt. The implication being that, so I hear you like malt on your malt.
let me pimp your beer.
It's essentially beer pimping. I don't know if that's against TOS, but that's a very, very hard, my guess is that melanoidin probably offers some head retention too. It's a really, really hard grain. But yes, so yeah, that might be it. And it would make sense, right? If we're using like this adulterated grain to give it this extra angle. I can see why we might have come to that.
Oh shit, bronze!
Wow.
What the fuck?
Burn.
Bronze.
Not even here. Boom.
Bro. Yeah, exactly. I guess turn off stream / end.
TOS.
See, oh no, man. See, now the fucking now the emojis are coming out.
Yep.
This is such a winner. And I wonder if that extra malty chew is from this double malt. I think you might have called it.
I'd love to tell you in the next 80%, I'll be able to.
Well, listen, hey, we're 21% there. The only question is how many of these updates we're going to have to go through. But it's fine.
First time we actually restarted that computer.
I mean, listen, this is what you have to know. Now we're at 24%. This is gripping streaming.
Yeah.
This is why people go on to Twitch. Is to watch this. Hey, Bronze, have you played Chained Together? You did, right? Oh, dude, I love it. It's actually outputting from the HDMI?
Yeah.
Dude, and we have the picture-in-picture. This is it, dude. I'm telling you, we are inventing a brand new
Yeah, this is.
category. There's going to be a category for this.
I need you to know.
Yeah.
I messaged Bronze the other night, and I said, "Hey, I'm very close to reinstalling World of Warcraft."
Yeah.
And then I got a response back from
from
that
TBG.
Bronze Girl,
Yeah.
and Jasmine said, "I already did."
Well, you know.
So,
So I guess I'll just throw that fucking Final Fantasy character in the trash.
yeah, sorry, we're going back to Azeroth.
It is what it is. I mean, it sounds like this new shit sounds like it's popping. Are you starting new characters though?
I don't want to.
Yeah. Well, these days you don't have to.
Well, right, like so, if we're playing the main game, main and not classic, I'm not restarting a new character. I'm using my old one.
Yeah.
And just leveling from there.
Oh no! See, this is where things get complex.
Or if we go to classic, I would start a new character. Or if we do both.
Right. But this is like I can't believe it's taken us this long in our relationship to get to this.
I'm Alliance.
Thank God.
Yeah,
Thank God. But I bet Bronze isn't.
No, she is not.
No way.
Bronze is 100% Horde and will always be Horde because
For the Horde.
Yeah.
I mean, it is something they say.
Yeah. Boo! So we're gonna have to figure out a.
No, we played on Dark Iron, which was like one of the most notorious PvP servers.
Oh, we played on Warsong.
Yeah,
We literally.
This is the server equivalent of a rough fucking neighborhood.
Do you remember Avatar? The first dude to ever hit 50?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we used to raid with him.
Oh,
He
wow.
was a dick.
Oh no, they all are. Yeah, this is like the greatest pally of all time.
Yeah, he was a dick.
Yeah.
He literally made, like, before a raid, he would make his people duel to see who got slots in the raid.
Just
outside of
the fucking gate?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Dude, that's
Sorry.
raw. I don't. That doesn't sound like a social activity to me.
No,
that sounds
that's
like a
power
social
trip.
experiment.
Yeah.
I'm not super interested in that. No, Warsong was real. Dark Iron was fucking real. We had 3 separate guilds because you'd hit the cap, and these were basically allied guilds.
Okay.
And one of them was called Rogue Squadron, which I've talked about already. It's all rogues. The whole guild.
Oh, I remember you told me that. And didn't you and Mike have like rogues that would like surround you invisibly?
But we never knew. Because Dark Iron was so dangerous, a lot of times they would call themselves our honor guard. Because we were like high value targets.
Okay.
Because Scott, I literally think Scott and Control Alt Delete. I think Tim Buckley was actually one of the belligerents on the other side, if I remember right. I mean, this is old school shit, dude.
Yeah.
This is like
Listen,
this is ancient beef.
I played WoW since beta. So
No, I'm saying this is. I mean,
that's literally.
This is USDA choice aged beef.
Yeah.
And so we would get jumped, and then all of a sudden 3 rogues would just burst out of hiding and just shred someone like an instant. It was basically Spirit Guardians.
Yeah, that's awesome.
If the Spirit Guardians were actually real people who were level capped rogues. Because that's the thing. It's like in a server like that, the gameplay systems are one thing, and then the social systems are another thing. So people are making up their own. They essentially made another game that was about PvP, and I didn't have to interact with it at all. For them, that is a fun thing because there's always people coming and trying to fucking kill these guild leaders all the time.
Right.
And they would have a hard time with it. And also, it's like, I played a paladin, and at that particular time, it's like a paladin might not have the DPS to kill you, but you could also never kill them. I had people try to fight me in PvP that eventually just left. Because I had bubbles and stuff.
Yeah.
I had all these ways to mitigate damage. So eventually they would, after 5 minutes, they would just leave.
Yeah.
It was fucking crazy. It was a crazy era.
So fun.
Or here, no, listen.
That's the problem with talking about WoW is then you just want to go play.
Well, no, I was just going to say.
Right?
No,
It's like that.
I mean, we'll see how it goes. I mean, you guys have something dialed in there. It's cool. I kind of want to see. I kind of want to get up to White Mage, and then I'll quit. Right. Anyway, so this is popping. This is ready to go.
But the problem is they won't let you quit. They're like I had to do like 5 iterations of cancel my account.
Dude, listen. I'm here to tell you right now. That game is cool as hell. I have no idea what's going on with these servers. Yeah. Like the websites and the services and systems part of Final Fantasy XIV is absolute. Utter, I don't know if it's borked or not. I don't know if it's supposed to work like that. I have this issue because I had to set up some stuff on Japanese websites for a trip. And
that doesn't sound conspicuous at all.
Yeah, but there's UX conventions and concepts that exist even at like the website expectation level. Right here. So let me know when that.
I'm just checking.
That bridge is popping.
Recipes now.
Oh,
Very Jerry is here.
The Wi-Fi part's already up.
Yeah, it's uploaded. So,
Okay.
You can go checking around.
was it? What was the rest of it? It's... Oh.
Okay, Barry Jerry's on
No.
deck.
I did make a song for... I haven't gone into my recipes. I got it dialed in. Barry Jerry's ready to go?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay, I'm just going to sing the Snakebite Leather song.
Fuck, God
I'm gonna
damn it.
rub the
Are
grains.
you serious?
I'm going to rub the grains
No one
Fully.
uses snakebite leather.
fully.
Bronze, back me up.
And
Where
then-
the fuck are you?
I made a song about how I told Jasmine to use snakebite leather on their mech. On their crab, specifically.
We all know how that went.
It didn't go well, but even after it went poorly, I still made them a folk song about it. Let me see if I can remember the lyrics. Let's see. I know you've had problems. You got a drab crab on the slab. I bet we can solve them. It'll only just take a dab. I'm talking about that snake bite leather.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's the leather from a snake. Whoa. Snake bite leather. Ooh. You can put it on your mech. All right, now, surely this wicked beast will respond to these ministrations, right? To these minestrones.
Mm-hmm.
One would hope. All right, now, Barry Jerry in the building. Let's get it popping. Start. Skip. I don't need to know. We're not doing any pre-brew tests. We're going to start brew. Whoa. Snake bite leather. All right. Okay. Now, I'm telling you, man, I think Element beer is a winner.
This is a red IPA.
Oh,
But it
okay,
was
so that's
weird.
why it's so malty and chewy. It's a yeast.
Because we use Special B.
Oh,
So it's
Special
super,
B. Mega caramel.
mega caramel. But what's crazy is we used a Belgian ale.
Okay, so that's why.
So this is all sorts of craziness.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because it's not. It has the thing that freaked me out is that it has some off-style aspects, and so it's like, and we've had that in the past where it's like, I think this beer turned out wrong. And it's like, oh no, we used Belgian yeast, which does crazy shit. I consider Element beer to be an unmitigated success. That's just pure beast,
Yeah,
in my
delightful.
opinion. Now, so now that everything's popping over there, let's find the website for.
Oh yeah, the furries.
Yeah, we strive to make bold ciders for bold animals in an inclusive space. More at slightlyfurry.com.
That's a really long web address. So
I
what
agree.
is it?
Slightlyfurry.com. And so our.
Before you serve it, we have to see the art.
Oh no, exactly. We're gonna grab a bunch more from the website proper.
Yeah, I really want to go here. I support Furries Brewing.
I support everyone brewing, and they
Well,
have
yeah, but I
just
thi-
as much right as they do to anything else.
This is just a fun fucking concept.
Hold on, do they be serving these glasses
If they
in the
serve
suit?
it in the suit, it's so fucking
If
cool.
these motherfuckers have the suit when they're pulling the pints,
Wait a minute. About us. I'm gonna fucking email
Shit's
these
real.
motherfuckers and have
here,
them come
hold
on
on.
the show.
Has anybody been to Slightly Furry? Anybody here local? Oh, Graham Baxter, of course. Now, obviously, we're overjoyed.
Laura went there.
Yeah. Obviously, we're overjoyed to get it. I was going to say, Laura, you probably went there to get stuff,
God, I need
for
like
your,
an email address for you motherfuckers, not for
your
your
wedding
phone
party.
number. I'm not gonna call.
right? Yeah, because Gav, who is of course our lead designer, had an incredible time over there at the party, and part of it was because you had like their favorite shit. Yeah. Okay, absolutely. I'm overjoyed to hear it, but I have yet, because ciders are not my thing. I have yet to try any of their stuff.
Yeah, there we go. Email us.
Yeah, I have yet to actually sample any of their stuff. But
Oh my God.
the best part is we have seen it. I mean, here at least in Seattle, they've got really strong retail representation.
Yeah.
Like I mean, they're a relatively new outfit, and they are putting shit to work. But here, let's
I'll do this later.
Yeah, I was going to say let's pop the top on some. Because the truth is, if they're local, we should just get them in.
That's why I was just about to email them, but
Right?
emailing apparently is a pain in the ass these days.
Oh yeah, you click on it, it's like, which app do you want to use,
Yeah.
motherfucker? I want to use Gmail. Oh, the aroma already.
No, this is a very good cider.
Oh. Again,
This is good.
I like something a little more in your face. Generally speaking, ciders are not my go-to as a drink. They just aren't. I like beer. I like hops. You know, that's sort of what I'm into. So I have not tapped in. I love a hop cider, and certainly I'll drink a cider if it is there.
That smells good. Smells like a cider.
It does, but the pineapple bite on it is super real. All right, let's see what we got.
Oh, that's delicious. I love pineapple.
It kills.
So anything
Kills.
with pineapple.
You ever meet tapache?
No.
You'd love it. It's sort of like making a mead beer from the remaining honeycomb. It's just it's like a fermented drink you make from the pineapple skins. Oof.
Yeah. Our beer sonas. Is there an animal that drinks
God.
outside of humans?
Yes. There's lots of there's birds that eat fermented berries and get fucked up. For real. Like wild beasts, the steak in it.
Yeah.
I mean, they do the same thing we do. They leave something somewhere, they come back, it's fucked up in some way, and they're like, well, I do have to eat to live. They haven't, I don't think that they've gone to the point where they're applying specific strains to things, but
Yeah, they're not, running fermenters in their,
yeah, we don't think so at any rate. But I think that a lot of these food storage things, especially for creatures that hoard, I think a lot of that stuff ends up getting spoiled. Now, obviously they killed it. So here, but the main thing is, can we go to the Slightly Furry
God, I gotta go back.
site? Just because we should, if I bet they have an area on here where we can look at the different flavors and see their furry art.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're in the building.
So I remember we've had legs up before.
I think that we might have had leg up back in the day.
No, because it's a ginger cider. They do mostly ciders.
Yeah. They're exclusively a cidery. Yeah.
Oh, it's a cidery. Okay.
Oh, but look at this. They've got crazy flavors I've never seen before. What, they got some kind of fucking deer? What's witch's tree? What the fuck? No, pineapple.
cherry cider.
Pineapple is beast.
Yeah.
Is beast.
Cinnabar, cinnamon cider. That sounds fucking
See,
fun
now
as
we're talking.
fuck.
Now, brown sugar.
Oh. That's fun. They put the artist here too.
Yeah, and you know this shit stays local. They got a little red panda on there. Fuck yeah. Now, no, Laura Stringer has told me a story about a filming, like a cinematic filming where there was like a significant beer budget for horses. Like Demon Returns, I just arrived and you call this Slightly Furry? No, I think that that's the joke. I think it's thoroughly furry, actually.
Yeah.
No, pineapple. Mwah. Yeah, obviously they murdered that. Dude, we should go check this place out first.
Yeah.
And second, if they are local, I would love an opportunity to talk to them about, like, what a cool company.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to send them an email, but
Yeah,
finding their email address is a pain in the balls.
It's gonna happen.
I know.
It's gonna happen. Now, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to get more of the Element beer. It is what it is. I think it's really, really good. It's so nice to have a unmitigated success out of this process. Tastes incredible, but that explains, because I was finding that toasty note in there, and so that melanoidin might have been like an extra malt chew, but
it's not. It's Special B.
exactly. But
All I'm saying-
Special B's extreme caramel.
It's the Mountain Dew of caramels.
Yeah, it's the Ocho.
Yeah.
but its extreme caramel has like a slightly toasty, like caramel has a toasty flavor because it's essentially like a burnt sugar butter. And that is the toasty angle that came through, and it is too fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just good. All right. Now, let's take it to the hoop.
I want to push it to the limit.
Well, you came to the right place. This is Twitch's brewing program, Acquisitions Intoxicated. Oh, and look at this tasteful shot of this bad boy.
Ooh, ruined the whole shot.
God, it's good. It's so good. It just has a little bit extra on there. It's got a little English on it. All right. Oh, God, this shit again.
Yeah.
This fucking shit.
Get those tokens, bro.
Here. Now, I'm going to give you this laptop. Ghostly.
He can do it from his...
Can you?
What do you need?
Well, essentially, in order for me to use the poll system, this laptop has to be logged into the fucking stream account.
He doesn't know the login.
No. You need the code from Josh.
Okay. I will send the message.
Yeah.
How about we all just send a message, and then he gets like 3 messages right at one time?
Yeah.
What's the code?
I'll leave him alone.
I think you can deal with one code.
So I went to my phone to get the verification code.
And Josh is like,
No. I got it. It says, you're going to be texted a verification code. I'm trying to sign into Minecraft. It's nothing bad. Can you text me the code once you received it? Signed, The Snuggler. And then there's a picture of them with their Blauhage. It's good time.
I still got a graduation gift to give to the
Ho ho. Well, they will be well pleased.
Yeah.
5-2. Thanks, Josh. That worked super fast, Ghostly and Josh. Thank you very much. Now we're dialed in. Here, so one child says, I need this data. And then the other child says, first of all, the other child, like the girl, first of all, girl gamer confirmed. Ronya started playing Valorant.
Wow.
At 14. It's like it's like a street drug. Kids are getting into it younger and younger, and they have to do twice as many microtransactions just to get the same high.
Yeah.
And now now they want Pal World. They gotta leave me alone.
What the fuck is Pal World?
Pal World historically Pal World has been referred to as Pokemon with guns.
I remember that
Imagine a survival game where you're capturing beasts and using beasts like allies or riding them around. But you can also, and this is where it gets weird, you can also make them work in factories. Yeah, that's the correct face. You can also use these creatures that you have captured as a workforce. I'll talk with her about this.
Maybe you don't want, this is not the right lesson.
I think once I explain the political ramifications of her consumer choices, it might happen fast.
Well, with the other Pokemon with guns, can you then go in and shoot up these buildings and rescue the people from the?
No, because they're your buildings. There's no.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Who thought this game up and who thought it was a good fucking idea?
There's some big ideas. Indentured, yes.
Yeah.
Talk to Japan. Just talk to Japan. See their deal. Now that this device is ready to go, now that we've broached troubling and profound concepts, now it's time to run at full speed backward from these concepts and instead make alcohol in your very own home. So consider that. Now, after this success, I found my spirit renewed. We have but to choose a theme, gathered throng, and we can take it to the hoop. The entire hoop can be taken to. So what are we thinking about? Spirit Island, very cool. And we do know them, actually. We played Spirit Island with them on this very stream, and it was good times. You certainly could, yeah. I mean, Graham Baxter, board gaming could absolutely work. And it can be tied into the theme. It can be tied into something that you would want while you're doing that. Skaven beer, very funny.
We need to make it bright green with sparkles.
Yeah, Skaven Ratman beer, I do not hate at all, because I'm just right now in the process of base coating a bunch of that. Hello, Imzane. Listen, we could try to remake a beer from 2014 and make it better, but the show didn't operate then. Is it 17?
16?
Is that when we started?
Can't
No, it
remember.
wasn't 16. It wasn't 16. I think it was 17.
Okay, 17.
And also,
It's on the shirt. It's on the shirt.
Yeah, but I don't think, honestly, I don't think that we could, some of those first ones bang. Like, we still talk about some of those original classics, right? But anyway, no, so we're feeling good on a Skaven Ratman beer. Oh, yeah. Graham Baxter, it's got to be full of weird herbs and shit. Let's think about it. 20 style beer? I mean, yeah, those are tradition.
Yeah, well, they're pre-prohibition beers is what you would make.
What defined them? I mean,
They're horrible.
Back then those were just like,
Yeah,
we hadn't really gotten into craft yet. These are
like
just
everybody's like, oh, we want to try this, make this beer that we found the recipe from ancient Egypt 4,000 years ago.
yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking shit. It's what they had.
They had different expectations for beer.
Like everybody forgets, like we're literally in the golden age of brewing. It's like we've got all these cool grains, we've got all this crazy shit to play around with it.
Well, and time.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
So it's like, do I want to recreate a beer from the 20s? Yeah, maybe once to try it and realize I made better beer.
The only time that I've seen something like that happen where it seemed like it kind of turned out good, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And we'd be able to ask Patrick, of course. Like, I don't know if they thumbed the scale for the 1554, but that Fat Tire and 1554 are basically like the beers that got me into craft drinking, right?
Yeah.
Like it's really, really solid stuff.
Yeah.
But 1554 is, again, it's like, I think that it's not even mass market. Like, people are still making beer at home, or you have beer in a public house. Abbeys were doing good shit. I think that Abbeys,
Yeah.
but they had the motivation.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying like there were good beers, right? But
Yeah,
like
but-
if you look at the recipe, it's potentially a good beer. But like
Yeah, it's simple.
we have so much cool shit we can do now.
Well, and we have done it. We have done it here for
Right?
years. Yeah. Horse beer.
This is like the one part where I'm I'm normally nostalgic for everything. This is one area where I'm not nostalgic.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not nostalgic for typhoid.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think there's lots of things back there that we
Yeah.
can leave. Doppelbock.
Well, unfortunately, we've got a lot of lagering going on right now. I don't think we have space
A lot of our
more.
tech is held up. Use all the normal hops. Yep. Oh, okay. So L'Estrange is talking about something that.
Well, we need a theme.
Yeah. Exactly. We need a vibe.
Wow, classic. There's nothing wrong with that.
There is nothing wrong.
We could
with
make a
that
horde
at
or an
all.
alliance beer.
That's going to be the real vote fight.
Uh-huh.
The Order Alliance.
Yeah, I'll just give them these two because there's going to be some sub votes. It looks like we'll go between the Skaven, obviously to celebrate the Skaven Tide box set.
Yep.
Oh man, but so many of the rules and so many of the rule reviews are out. If you go to Goonhammer, like they've broken down every one of these factions. This is the worst one. This is actually, I think this is even worse than when they put the indices out for 10th. Every one of those armies is something that I can conceive of playing and would like to play.
Yeah.
10th was like one level of simplification where it's just about cool stuff that they can do. Age of Sigmar 4 is boiled down even harder.
Yeah.
All of the interesting stuff is just a few great choices at the top and a couple easy to adjudicate abilities during the turn. I want to own and play 14 armies.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
It is not good. It cannot be done. And so then it's like,
I mean, it can be done.
No,
Just
no.
how much you want to spend on it.
Yes, see, and now it's like, well, I mean, I could just buy pre-painted off of eBay.
Yep.
Harumph. Well, it looks to me, and it is a knife fight, as you can see from these.
What? Wait, you stopped that prematurely.
No. They were pushing.
WoW Classic did not win it.
I know. But as you see, it's like one vote off. So it is. Listen, Crimson, we got a ton of Stormcast. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's got a ton of Stormcast. Everybody's bought these launch boxes. They got ones everywhere. Everywhere. Like Demon, I mean, I guess that's true. But that isn't how it works. For me, it's important to have that. It's important to do that by myself and for myself. The painted army that I do have was painted by a friend of mine. If I just went like out into the market, I feel like that would be cursed.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Listen, it's a cost time analysis.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. And also, as we found, like, Kiko and I have played the same armies enough times that we're in a different place with these armies, right? Now, once you play them 8 times, you're at a completely different level than you were when you started. I've been trying to crack this Kiko nut. I had him on the ropes after a couple fights. Now it's Troubletown, USA. He pulls all that shit back. He's got macroplasma incinerators.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
I'm gonna deep strike the shit out of
Yeah.
him. Like
Your new plan's good.
everybody's going into.
In the teleportarium.
Yeah.
There's nobody.
There's nobody on the
on the
field.
fucking field. I have the same fantasy. There's an ability I can give a leader. What's it called? It's like alien treachery or something like that, where I set up my whole army and he sets up his whole army, and then I just start taking units off and putting them in my equivalent of the teleportarium, which is someone's ribcage. All right.
I don't know what
it's Skaven.
Skaven beer would be. Okay, a Baltic Porter, one.
Ooh, yeah, it got dark.
Yeah.
Dark and roasty.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
I feel like a brown ale would be great,
Yeah, with that brown fur.
and a brown IPA.
I didn't even know that was real.
Yeah.
Baltic Porter, Amaze. Brown IPA,
And a brown ale.
Amaze. Brown Ale. See, I want to drink all this stuff. So understand this.
Yeah, I guess we could do a blonde IPA and color it green, but
Yeah. No matter what it is, there's going to be some warpstone crystals, which is to say green sparkles inside. Now, a little green angle, Laura, I think is decent. Now, but here's the vibe. So this we have to know about Skaven. So Skaven are evil ratmen, wicked, treacherous beasts.
Mr. Move, thanks for the sub.
Oh, Movies, thank you so much. Hey, I saw the new, the 2 new art pieces that you put up. I think are quite solid and indicate significant growth because I've seen your whole arc and it's pretty good. So what I'll say about Skaven is that obviously they're one of the 2 armies that are in the new launch box, which I spoke about at length on the site. But they're really scary and gross. So if you're familiar with 40K and the old world, you know that the Chaos Gods are essentially the same in both settings. They do different things, but they have the same purpose and the same vibe. In the new Age of Sigmar, the Skaven god, the Horned Rat, which is essentially the god of treachery, has ascended into the pantheon, basically. So these are like regular rats, except they're mean and have tools and technology. Also, in the same way that they might like gnaw through walls of a house, the Skaven gnaw through reality itself and then burrow up in strange places. That's the situation with them. And so as we're moving through, think about that vibe as we are trying to figure out our guardrails and things like that. Oh no, yeah, Laura, it's Skaven are real. Skaven are super, super old school. So the glow up that they got in Age of Sigmar 4 is really significant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they haven't gotten new models in a long time. And Laura, they also have novel modes of speech. Yeah, so Baltic Porter, we've talked about this before, but I forget the particulars. What makes it Baltic?
It's from the Baltic Sea.
Oh yeah, is there a novel?
No.
It's a porter, all right?
It's heavier than most port.
Oh, okay. Oh, because an English porter is pretty.
Yeah,
thin
you got an
usually.
ABV of 6.5 to 9.
Oh, okay. So it's a
9.5.
porter. I see.
A porter is normally lighter.
Yeah. It's a porter that is a big boy.
Oh.
Here, Demetrios, Baltic Porter has a porter grain bill, but is bottom fermented and lagered. Okay, thank you. Thanks for all the info. Yeah, see, there we go. But it does. At the end of the day, Graham Baxter, I think that the note that people are working from is the matted brown fur, and that is how we arrived at a brown IPA for our style. So let's pull up the notes and take it to the hoop.
Yeah, I mean Baltic porters. You're kind of right, Demetrios.
Yeah.
You're half right. You're 100% right on the grain bill, but they don't have to be bottom fermented. They were originally adapted. They're adapted to do that because of the higher.
Oh, I see. Stylistically.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here, Tomboy Notes is open.
Wait, is that what we're going with, Baltic?
No, they want the brown IPA.
Oh,
I mean, listen, Baltic Porter has a cool name. I was ready to go with that purely from a linguistic perspective.
Mr. Movies, yeah, bottom fermented. So when you ferment an ale, the yeast are fermenting from the top. When you lager, yeast ferment from the bottom.
This is where the creatures live inside the suspension?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, Laura. You're more of a top fermenter, Cat Squeezy. Listen, everybody ferments differently. Right, here, I was gonna say, Leg Demon Returns, can you evenly mix the yeast? It doesn't matter. This is purely about the behavior of the creatures. Yeah, they want to be, this is just where they operate, inside the suspension of fluid.
We're going to do a British brown ale just because it's GW.
Yeah, I love it. And and it's classic, right? Like this is one of their, like a
Classic, yeah.
ship of the line, right? All right, so typically you like to start with the ABV.
Yeah, so
It can go a couple ways. Thematically, I think.
thematically with Skaven, normally this beer is about 4 to 5.5.
Yeah, typically.
But what does this mean for Skaven? 4.5, I think, means it's a horde of Skavens, where 5.5, it's more rat kings.
No, exactly. So claw lords,
Yeah.
these big beasts,
Yeah.
or are we talking about a situation where all of the Skaven get a few licks? And they just descend on the barrel.
Right.
I think that is the situation. So let's start with 4.5.
Skaven are treacherous, so bump up the ABV. Yeah, that's also a good point.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, exactly. So the thematic thing there is like, is all of the beer going to one creature?
All right.
Remember, like their god, the god of treachery, just ascended into the pantheon of primordial annihilators. So consider that. Can we hit 12? Now, if we full on do the Nurgle beer, we're going to go 7, obviously.
Yep.
Oh, there's a really interesting. Are you familiar with Winter's SEO?
That sounds really familiar, and I don't know why.
You've totally seen it. I mean, he basically does 40K battle reports.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But his new one features like a heavy Custodes list. And so it might be interesting to see how somebody who like does tournament play and gets dialed in hard,
I'd like to watch
what
that.
he's playing with that. Blade champions are big.
Yeah, they're
And
huge.
he likes bikes.
Bikes are
At
great.
2K, I think bikes
That's
are
the
fine.
problem. Like 1K is so difficult for Custodes, right? But at 2K, yeah, throw bikes in because what they do, especially if you're playing like Orcs or Skaven, you just run them over a horde and then just press the bomb button and just watch everybody
and they
die.
just take mortals, right?
Yeah, they just take 2 mortals a pop.
Hey, so while you're voting on this, just talk amongst yourselves. So have you seen in the new AOS, have you seen that there is a new command that is like a base command, core ability, at the end of any fight phase? Either party can do it, either participant. It's called Power Through.
Okay.
Do you know what it does?
No.
You are going to love this. This is chaos as hell, because you play Slaves to Darkness.
Yep.
You have multiple armies, but you play Slaves to Darkness.
I play Save the Darkness and I play Stormcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are my
As you,
my boys.
It's got to be the opposite fucking poles.
Yeah, absolutely. I play Custodes and Thousand Suns. I mean, what the
Yeah, and Stormcast versus Nighthaunt always has that cool Nagash energy. But here's the thing. Again, continue talking about yourselves. So, Power Through is an ability, costs 1 command point.
Okay.
If you have obviously at the end of the fight phase, you have a lot of units that are in fights with other people.
Okay.
Right? Power Through, 1 CP, both participants can do it. If you have a higher health value, not current, but like on the stat block, then the opponent that you are in melee engagement with, you move through them.
Oh,
At
weird.
the end of the fight phase. Cost 1 CP, they take mortals, and you leave combat. So the next turn, now you're moving them around, you're charging other targets. So think about your Varangard.
Wow.
Use that movement, move right through an enemy force, and then recharge them or charge somebody else.
Woo. That's gonna get nerfed.
You think the main thing is to be away from them when your hero phase comes through so that you can bolster them, right?
Wow.
I don't know. I think this version is going to be way, way better. Now, 5.5. So I think that they have done it correctly. We're talking about treachery.
Okay.
We're talking about a situation where one big rat gets all the beer.
Okay, so the color can be anywhere from 12 to 22.
Okay, well, let's take a look at that and see. Now, we are trying to get our most matted, most wicked SRM.
Tom? Could you flip up the SRM?
Torvald.
Space Cadet Tom.
Oh, here. Okay, show the wallpaper. So, what are the numbers again?
12 to 22.
12. Okay, so broad. 12.
Major Tom.
22. Okay. All right. So take a look between 12, 16, and 22. This is the range we're looking for. Matted fur. Now, is it sun bleached? Is there something perhaps clinging to the fur? Look down at 22. Is it dark? Is it full of ichor? Perhaps. 16. Is there a scenario where they manage to walk under an errant waterfall and are briefly clean for a very, very short period of time? Oh, yeah. Graham, once when I lived out in West Seattle, which is a known haven for rats, and it didn't help that we had an apple tree in that rental, there were no less than 22 points of ingress that the city determined allowed rats to enter in. The most horrifying thing I ever saw, we were living with Brenna's cousin Anne-Marie at the time, and she lived in the basement, but she had like decorated the basement so that it didn't feel like a basement at all. So she had big carpets, bed was down there in the corner, and then she had actually like stapled sheets to the floorboards of the upper level, so the ceiling wasn't unfinished looking. It looked like a palace or something. It was crazy. A rat got in to the house and into that layer of fabric. So over her bed, if you looked up, it was just rats running around on the sheet, like weighing the sheet down. And it was one of the most disgusting things I have ever seen in my life. It was pure horror. No. And it looks like they are looking for the ichor. And we're going to give it to him. We're looking for 22 on the CERM.
Cool.
CM, look, I wouldn't have to say it. Well, let me stop. I wouldn't have to say it. It just happened. I can't be the only one that saw it. I can't be the only one that knows.
Listen, you wrote about it in one of the.
Oh yeah, there's a news post on Penarcade called Rat Watch 2000, where I describe what the situation was, because we eventually got evicted from that fucking house. We got evicted, and the rats were allowed to stay.
Welcome to Seattle.
Yeah, right. A Skaven version of Ratatouille. That sounds great.
That's
now, so next up, we're looking for that IBU. Now, there are things to say. So what is the
Typically
guidance tell us?
20 to 30, but we could go above that
We could.
because these motherfuckers are bitter.
Yeah, move it more into like an IPA angle. Southern border. 20. 30.
20,
Now,
30,
so
yeah.
here's the range. 20, obviously, pretty typical.
Pretty typical.
Not crazy. For many styles, 20 is essentially just indicates that it's beer. It's enough protection from the wild.
Yes.
30, the hop is a little bit more present. 40, we're moving higher. Like it's a lot more present in there. Now, so we got to be thinking about what are they drawn to? What are they attracted to? IBU, of course, is a rating of bitterness, but it really has to do with like the hop presence in the beer. Do we want it to be something simple that they have discovered, put together, found? Or is this perhaps a prize, a treasure, maybe a spoil of war that they have secured from the free peoples of the mortal realms? Have they found a prize? I think that indicates the 40.
Well, that's kind of fun.
Because, and again, I love the idea that they have found the prize at great price.
Right.
And then one person gets it. That's Skaven in a nutshell.
That's really Skaven in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's Skavenoid. Oh, we never checked the ABV of this. Would it be possible to check
Of this?
of element? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it was high.
I don't think it was, but I also don't know. Well, that's special brew. Look at the
Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? What the hell?
element. Here we go, right here.
Oh, I described this perfectly. I was reading Special Brew and we were talking about the ingredients.
Here's what up.
So I was right. It's caramel, chocolate. You were right about the roasted.
Oh,
Munich, yeah.
oh
Okay,
right.
So
Okay, so we're not crazy.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was
Jesus.
element whatever.
Jesus.
yeah.
But it has the Bohemian Lager, which has elements of that,
Yeah.
of those novel tastes.
So 4.5.
4.6.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll drink the rest of it today. And I'll have a couple glasses during Black Remnant.
Yeah, this was, man,
Because we're
great brewing.
We're going to Solaris, which is probably the most, the most advanced planet we've been to in our game.
Yeah.
They've got beer for sure.
I know they got beer there.
Here now, teens, what are you engaged in here? You can't give me equal votes for the lowest and highest items.
Yes, we can.
They certainly can. I mean, to me, no, this is what I say. To me, this indicates that you are engaging in very Skaven treachery, which honestly is one, to your credit. I got you. It's one, to your credit, and two, it is absolutely in line. We're going to go with 40. They have stolen it. They have stolen this beer. And it has been offered as tribute, which is to say stolen again by one of their own, possibly a claw lord. Now, So we're dialed in here. We got ABV of 5.5, SRM of 22. Looking for that filthy fur. IBU 40. It is a prize that they have stolen twice. All right. Hey, so what's next? Now it's about that base grain.
It's all about that base.
I don't know why that got me. All right.
So what we're going to look at first are Munich or Vienna.
All right. Now, Munich, that's bready, right?
Yeah. Well, it's malt and sweetness. Vienna is more bready.
Malty, sweet, Vienna, bready. Oh, yeah. I mean, Munich, this is your dunkel, right?
Yeah.
Big chew. Wow. So already, like right from the jump, these base grains have a little English on them, right? They have a little bit more going on.
You mean the German
yeah.
grain has a little English
it
on
has,
it?
It has a little Deutschland
Yeah.
on it. I gotta get a hold of Christian. Speaking of Deutschland.
We keep trying to set up a time to talk, but I chatted with him the other day via text.
What do you say? Dark tidings?
He's doing good.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, bready. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about sustenance in liquid form. That's the one. That's what we like. Yeah, between these two. So I tried the Vienna before, and it did in fact have the bready taste. But the Munich, right by it. Let's find this malty sweet. Oh yeah. Just insanely rich. Syrupy almost, which makes sense if you've ever had a dunkel. Incredible color also. They're looking for the Vienna.
Okay.
And they shall have it.
What was our ABV again? It was top
The
notch,
ABV
right?
is 5.5.
Okay.
At the apex of the offering. Yeah. The Helldivers beer is too good, folks. I'm gonna stay away from that tap. I'm gonna avoid that tap for the rest of the program. I got that teat.
Okay, so the next vote is going to be for either chocolate malt or black malt. Oh, chocolate's going to be more roasty, where black malt is going to just be. It's not going to be heavy on the roast, a little bit more on the malty flavor.
Yeah. Is chocolate considered kind of nutty?
No,
Roasty?
you know, like roasted coffee.
Yeah.
And the black malt does not have as much of a roast characteristic, as more of a malty characteristic.
I got it right here. Yeah. Nice. All right. I have added my notes. Already we are well within creeping down into the gnaw hole of the Skaven. These are both incredible choices. I'll be surprised if people don't bite on a couple of them, honestly. Are you just saying this is? Are you just saying that because there's a democracy officer off screen? No. That one had a chance to rest, to sort of get acquainted with itself, which you don't always have that opportunity, you know, if you're doing the weekly brew stream. That one had a chance to sit and engage with itself, and it's amazing. That's so good. That's another classic. Like that's another one I would easily buy. That would be a favorite if it was on a retail shelf. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now they've gone with the black malt. I think in some cases for the dark thematic reasons, but especially up against that bready Vienna, the black malt, and it's not going to take much, is going to move it into a really, really nice place. Even as a brown IPA, we didn't go with the porter. It's still going to be great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they blew it. That's a blowout. It's got to be the black malt.
Okay, black.
Yeah. Okay. See now, Lag Demon. Now we're talking.
Now we could stop here.
True.
Or we could. What was our color, by the way?
The color that they chose was actually the darkest of the range at 22.
Okay. Now we could stop here. Or we could add some caramel flavoring to this.
And we have a couple options
in the form of crystal.
Yeah.
I would do crystal, but because we're not gonna. I don't think we want to blow it out of the water, but with the caramel, I mean that's. But we could you could put Special B up there, but I don't think that's kind of
the extreme. Yeah, it may not be specifically on vibe, but it would taste pretty good.
Yeah, but we can just add hints of caramel to this maltiness.
Yeah,
you're gonna go super caramel, which is crazy. Or no, we just say no, and we're good here.
Yeah, and just
and really let the hops.
Exactly, like I mean, that would be thematic as well. Like a beer from that era and that context would be simpler, by necessity. But man, it would taste pretty good, and also there's no question that such a delicious product would draw these beasts into it. Well, here at Graham Baxter, here's the best part. If you're talking about strange herbal additions, hops are going to handle a lot of the flavors that you've just suggested. There are herbal flavor notes in many, many hops. We can put all of that right in there. Keep it classic. Herbal flavor and some noble hops, which would also situate it inside the British brewing tradition. There's some good stuff in there. Really? I am so surprised. See, they always surprise me when they go classic, because they love memes, but they're actually saying no to the rest of these, and they continue to do so. Crazy. For the Skaven little CBD. Now, as Eric is wont to say, hops exist in a range with cannabis.
Yeah.
But that was really, really funny. And it would work. I think canonically we should just say that these things, like cats, with catnip, we should just say that hops have this effect. If we're looking for a story vibe, a narrative vibe, let's just say that those things just naturally have this effect on Skaven. All right. No, they don't want any of it. They're done. They're done with hops. Or they're done with the base grains at any rate. They don't want to do it anymore. But check it out. All right, no more grains, they say. Please no.
Okay.
All right, so what's next? Horp, right? Historically.
Yes. So first one we can look at is a Saz.
Classic noble hop. And again, we're talking about something that has been stolen and robbed. So we do like the idea that they might have gotten it from another place where this is a typical aspect of their brewing tradition.
I mean, it's earthy, floral, and spicy.
Right?
But what other flavors do we want?
I think herbal character is
something we want to play around with?
Is something that there's interest for inside the chat.
Okay.
Ooh. There's some kinky stuff in here.
Ooh, I think Warrior would be kind of nice.
Well, but obviously Warrior is also on brand, right? And Warrior is also really big. It wouldn't take much
No.
to flavor a
But
beer.
it's kind of unique. It's fruity, herbally, lemony, pineapple, basil, if you will.
If you will. Fruit, herbal. God, Warrior is a monster. But also, I mean, Warrior definitely works for the vibe, for the energy.
We could do CZT, which is going to be black pepper, licorice, subtle citrus. That's a combination of Columbus and Tomahawk, and Zeus, CZT.
It's a combination in like at the genetic level?
Yep.
Like a crossbreed?
Yep.
Wow. So these are all, in my opinion, really, really interesting winners. And especially since the choice that we went with for IBU is 40, this is going to have a lot of identity inside the beer. So which one of these do we think, and again, it doesn't have to necessarily reflect Skaven because, as we've established lore-wise already, this is a stolen product. So this can just be something that they can despoil, something that they want.
Yeah.
And we really can't go wrong because all of these have got really interesting character to go along with our Vienna and Black Malt. Huge wins on these. But of course, I mean, this is a funny thing. Like in hop terms, there's a lot of affection for the Warrior in this mix. It makes sense. Yeah, exactly. Like Graham Baxter, I mean, there's no question. I mean, when I picture where they got this from, you know, it's coming from a specific place. Those are the cities of Sigmar. I don't think Stormcast are out here tipping them back. Yeah, earthy and mud. CM, you're not wrong. But as a stolen thing, our remit for this is much broader, right? They're looking for the Warrior.
Cool.
Okay. Now, historically, at this point, we've gone into the yeast.
Yeah. So we're gonna, since this is a Games Workshop joint,
Yes, absolutely.
we're gonna use, and I'm gonna go traditional with this, as
Yeah.
Demetrius and I have been discussing. Baltic Porter started out traditionally top fermented and moved into bottom fermented.
Yeah,
But we're gonna go with the traditional, just because that's what we have space for right now.
yeah.
And we will do a British ale yeast. Hold on.
Right, so think about this hitting all of our existing
This is going to be
ingredients.
fruity, tart, dry, and crisp.
Right, which is an interesting counterpoint to the rich malt ingredients in the base. What else sound good?
We're going to do British Ale 2. This is going to be more malty and clean.
So those are very, very interesting choices to my mind, especially against the backdrop we've already established. So British Ale 2 can have a little bit bigger chew, richer malt character. The other one, fruity, tart, dry, and crisp. Mm-hmm. What one do we think? Because again, we're talking about despoil. We're talking about aggression. What is the thing about the cities of Sigmar? These cultures that they are engaging with primarily as a means of destroying and robbing. What is it about those things that they want? What is it about those things that they want to take? Let's figure it out. Let's see, Sean, say, hey, did you guys ever do something for Warhammer 40K like you did for Dungeons & Dragons? God, I would love to. I mean, there is, Imperium Maledictum is a cool system.
Yeah, we're working on it.
But very, very cool system, very fun, quite original, I think. That's Cubicle, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they got some strong design over there. I mean, and certainly we've had ideas to create narrative campaigns for our 40K stuff or for our Sigmar stuff. And GW does in fact tabletop. They license all the time.
Right.
But not every manifestation of it is turns out at the apex. Darktide took a long time to get there, but it's in a really, really good place now.
Oh, yeah.
They just added a whole new Adeptus Mechanicus themed campaign to the base game.
Fun.
I love it. Yeah, see, so what I'm getting from you. Oh, now it's equal. For a while there, the fruity tart, dry and crisp to me makes sense because it's something they're not going to get there, right? It's something they're going to have to take. It's not going to be a part of the internal. There we go. British ale yeast. Yeah. Times. I would be happy. I have only played a little bit of that new campaign. We can jump in anytime you want. All right. Lag Demon, we're talking about Darktide. They just added a whole new story mission section, actually. All right. So British Ale Yeast, we Gucci gang. So now that we have the yeast, it's just the name, right?
Just the name.
So Skaven, Ratmen, Treachery, Wickedness. What do you got? Warp Stone, work it in there.
Slaken. The Horned Vat. Nice.
The Horned Vat, now that's, God, you can see it, right?
Gutter Rotter, yeah.
Oh, Brewing Storm. That is especially good. Because that's what's happening. Like they are at the precipice of the mortal realms.
Gnawing Thirst. I like that.
Oof. Really good.
Rattle Can. Nice.
Oof. Black Thirst, we love it.
Vermin Tap. Nice.
I'm loving it. Right, I'm gonna get one more in here, and then I'm gonna go to the bathroom. So get ready to mute.
Or not.
Okay, Radicalism.
Oh, wait. Rata Brewery? Both of those are great.
We're done. Mute.
Mute. Whoa. Actually, God, there were a lot more than what I thought.
You can stop if you want.
What? No. We're going to let this run out. Yeah, no mute for the Scaventide true experience. Some rat pissing in the sewer. Huh. God, I thought Horn Vat would be running away with this one. Maybe.
No.
Yeah, I mean, we could do a runoff. We'll see where it ends up. We'll see where it ends up. What is the good beer thing reference to?
That's how the Skaven talk.
Oh,
Good
okay.
man thing, or
Oh, I
man
got
thing.
you. All right. Sorry, don't do a lot of Skaven stuff, so.
No worries.
Erica, I know it's Tom's, but you can't vote twice. You changed your vote?
That's my wife. What do you want?
Well, I mean, she didn't vote for you right away. I mean,
She wanted to be sure.
uh-huh.
She's not going to blindly vote for me. She wants to carefully analyze.
Manipulate the system. Yep. Recount. The whole system's rigged. They're controlling it from the home. This is a hanging Chad situation. That's what's happening here. Erica's calling all her friends and saying we got to vote. Thank you, Alan. Appreciate that. Yeah, your secret Discord cabal, Erica.
Look, if I had a secret Discord cabal, I would have won more before now.
Yeah, well, that's just speaking about your cabal. I mean, maybe you should up your cabal game. That's all we got to say about that. You know? I mean, think about it. If your cabal ain't working, maybe it's time to readjust it. That's basic cabal 101. That's all I'm saying.
And a cabal of like one person.
Yeah, well, it's just a call. You know, there are, yeah. Yeah, cabal on the cabal. Yeah, agreed. But, basic cabal 101.
Wow. So where we end up here? So let's do a gnawing thirst horn vat good beer thing.
Okay.
We'll back up here. But listen, there's some good stuff here. I mean, I liked Black Thirst. I liked Radicalism. I liked Radabrewy, but I don't, listen. Obviously, there have been moments in the past where I have briefly suspended democracy to engage in autocratic rule.
Yes, much like our government.
Yeah, it's pretty classic. It's traditional. I learned it from watching you. Not you personally, but it's like the commercial.
Oh, yeah.
But let's take all those votes. Let's focus them back into the prime thing. Here's 3 great ones.
Ooh.
Which one do you like the best? You know what I think we should do?
Yeah.
I think that at a certain point, we should be engaging the community in logo creation activities. We should just find a fun prize.
Oh,
because we have all kinds of things that we can offer as prizes.
Yeah, we got a fuck ton of mugs we need to get rid of.
This is what I'm saying. Let's get these mugs out of here. But we also have some Acant glassware. I'm saying that there's many ways that we could make this a thing. They want that gnawing thirst.
Damn, Tom, you were so close. Your cabal tried so hard and got so far, but in the end,
it doesn't even matter. Gnawing Thirst is going to be an incredible name for this brown ale. Contentious, stolen twice, arguably, for their Wicked Claw Lord.
What a wicked thing you do.
See, he knows. Now, what did we learn today? 1, we learned that the process does in fact work.
Yeah.
Element beer killed. We learned that democracy obviously reigns supreme here on this program, and it's never been subjugated ever by anyone. But there's a third thing, and that is that though you see a cavern-based brewery before you, know this. When next you see us, you will find this space radically transformed. Now, the cavern remains. You will see this back here replaced with the sacred symbol of the Black Remnant. At 2:30, we will be right back here on this channel with our heady blend of wargaming, role-playing, board the Calypso in just under an hour, 2:30. We will see you again very, very soon. Are you ready? Huh!